What's up my music lovers, I'm George from Audiophile Heaven and today we are having a look at the Earsonics ONYX. This is a project made by Earsonics from France. It is a handmade EM and they called upon their entire team of scientists so that they could create the ONYX, the most affordable high-end EM ever created by Earsonics. This is a company with a ton of high-end products under their belt. So let's get down to it. The unboxing of the ONYX is actually not quite that impressive. It is packaged pretty nicely, but it comes with just two sizes of tips for every single type. And they have two pairs or two sizes of B-flanged tips, two pairs of single-flanged silicone tips, and two pairs of foam tips, two sizes. Very limited tip size selection. They also have a cleaning tool. And they come with this beautiful carrying case made by Earsonics. I love this company, it is from France and I'm really thankful for having a chance to review the ONYX. The ONYX is a high quality EM which I love to bits, but it's not the body quality, it's not the cable, it's not anything else but the sound that made me love them. I was actually quite skeptical at the beginning and before making this video. Those are the Earsonics ONYX and they come with a little certificate that tells you that they are handmade, so they are assembled by hand in France. What more could you want? They are not made in China, they are not made anywhere in mass production, they are made in limited numbers and they are sold with love and compassion to you. The first thing I noticed about them is that they are quite heavy, so the EM shells are quite heavy. They are among the heaviest EMs I have tested, but they are built so ergonomically and so well that I do not feel this weight while wearing them. It is just when holding them in hand you notice that they are a bit heavy. After placing them in your ears, both the cable and the shape does a very good job at distributing that weight around your ear. Wearing the Earsonics ONYX provides about 20 to 25 decibels of passive noise isolation. This would be enough to go live, to go sing and to go party. And they have this cable which is a bit tangle prone. It almost always tangles. I don't have a cable separator with me to test whether that would still happen, but it is a bit tangle prone, but it is zero springy, which means that it will never have annoying shapes or be uncomfortable. Springiness would mean that it would keep its shape after it has been bent, and that is not ideal. You want a cable that is soft and which doesn't really provide any type of discomfort. You cannot hear much microphonic noise. They are pretty silent. You could wear them for hours without ever noticing any kind of microphonic noise. They do provide a bit of void while wearing them, but no driver flex. The ONYX has 4 drivers in total, 1 dynamic driver and 3 balanced armatures. 2 balanced armatures go to the mids, 1 to the treble, and the dynamic driver takes care of the bass. The bass of the Earsonics ONYX is beautiful. They have a very full, very Lightful bass, very bold bass with a tone of extension as low as 25 to 20 Hertz. I don't really hear so well in that range, so they have a really good bass that drops as low as 20 Hertz. It is full and it just has a really satisfying presentation to it. It just is very punchy and very thumpy. You really hear that thump, you really hear that punch. It has a lot of bass. And the mid-range is actually recessed. They are pretty V-shaped and they have that beautiful mid-range tonality that Sennheiser IA800 used to have. So this is one of my favorite sounding EMs ever. And I mean that, it is like one of my favorite. I don't really know the company so well, it is just the second EM I review from them. I have received nothing for making this video, absolutely nothing. It is just my honest impression and I want to share that impression with you because you may end up purchasing one and you may end up knowing what I like and how I do feel that music should sound like. It sounds very live, very alive, very punchy, very dynamic and very vivid, very resolute, and it has a tone of treble actually. The treble is quite bright, has a tone of energy, very good extension, very good sparkle, and the tone of air. The soundstage is actually very natural. It doesn't really extend more than it would naturally would, but it has excellent amounts of stereo imaging and instrument separation, making all music sound very well defined and everything just sounds so clear through them. They are very clear, they are not very grainy, they are not harsh, they have a somewhat wet character, which means that they are slightly prone to sibilance, but they are not prone to harshness and they do not sound very metallic. Wearing the Earsonics ONYX is a pleasure every single time, but I mostly wear them inside while working at my computer. I feel that it is the best usage scenario for them, wearing them inside, because they are a bit heavy wool. You'll feel them moving around a bit while wearing them. Happily, the bore is one of those universal sizes, you don't have to worry too much, and you can use other tips for them because the company only includes 2 sizes, small or large. They didn't really want to include those multiple sizes, and I don't know why. At this price they could, but that is a design choice. The EM board does not have a lip, so the tip would theoretically be able to slip, but I have not had that happen even once. Driving the Earsonics ONYX is a bit of a challenge because they scale quite a lot with the source, which means that they will sound quite a bit better with a better source. And I have my selection of 3 DAPs here, which I've used for driving them. This is the Kern SA180. Love this DAP. Very beautiful, bold sound with a tone of authority and a tone of control. And then there is the iBasso DX240 running the AMP Mark II. Very beautiful sound, very lively, very energetic. And then there is the gentle, refined Lotto Po 6000. So 3 DAPs I used for driving the Earsonics ONYX. Trying the ONYX with more affordable stuff like FIO M11 Pro or FIO BTR5 Mark II did not result in such a pleasing sound compared to Kern, iBasso and the Lotto DAP. Comparing the Earsonics ONYX to most of the competition leaves most of the competition at the same price point a bit in the dust, because they provide so much clarity and so much resolution that when writing the full written review I actually compared them to more expensive flagships and high-end EMs rather than competition that can be found around 500 euros. This is because they do provide quite a bit more bass and outline each instrument a bit better. You can hear background information a bit better with the ONYX than you could hear it with most of the competition, and the ONYX is just that enjoyable. It just has a very beautiful sound. It is not the most natural of EMs because V-shaped signatures don't really tend to sound natural. Like, I don't sound V-shaped right now. You hear mostly my voice, which is in the mid-range. V-shaped sounds would suck out my voice and pump the bass and the treble. But if I was singing, I would probably want to hear some of that bass, drums, some of that guitar, some of those pianos. And they don't really pull on the entire mid-range, they just pull the very middle of the mid-range. The upper mid-range is enhanced and the lower mid-range has a good amount of substance. So it has a good amount of thickness and a good amount of substance to music. That is important because when presenting music, you want some substance to it. You want to feel the fingers of the bassist sliding across the guitar strings. You don't really want the sound to be bodiless or thin. Thinner sounds tend to be good if you are an analytical signature fan, but Earsonics ONYX is not very analytical. It is a very enjoyable, very engaging type of sound, and it sounds live, and I love that. I love that to bits. I enjoy live music a lot. I miss concerts. I really want my concerts back. I'm so tired of not being able to go to concerts. It is so sad. Concerts were a big part of my life. They were like a big part of why I woke up and looked forward to the next day, because I could go to a concert. That was a big thing for me. And if you appreciate live music, if you ever sang in a band and such, you will come to appreciate the Earsonics ONYX a lot. I hope this video has been enjoyable to watch. I hope you will not forget to subscribe and to like the video if you did enjoy it, and I hope you did. If you did not, please leave a comment and tell me how to improve. And I really hope that you have the loveliest of weeks out there. I hope you'll have the best time of your life. I hope you'll enjoy music, enjoy time with your friends. Go to a concert if you can. There are some awesome concerts happening right now all over the world, just not locally in Romania. And if you go to a concert, take some photos and yeah, share them with your friends. Do all of that stuff. Let's bring back the joy of music together. Bye bye, my boys, and have fun. Bye bye.